Imagine waking up one day to find yourself a millionaire, all thanks to a simple lottery ticket. That's the allure of the lottery, isn't it? The idea that with just a few dollars and a bit of luck, your life could be forever changed. It's a universal fascination, one that transcends cultural and geographical boundaries. Across the world, people of all walks of life are drawn to this game of chance, dreaming of what they'd do if they were to suddenly become unimaginably wealthy. In many ways, the lottery has become a cultural phenomenon. It's a symbol of hope, of the idea that anyone, regardless of their circumstances, can achieve extraordinary success. And it's not just about the money, it's about the freedom that comes with it. The freedom to live life on your own terms, without worrying about bills or debts. To travel the world, to buy a dream home, to give generously to causes you care about. But the lottery is also a tantalizing mystery. There's an undeniable thrill in the uncertainty, the suspense of waiting to see if your ticket holds the winning numbers. It's a game of chance, and the odds may be slim, but the possibility, however small, is what keeps us coming back. Yet the lottery is not just a ticket to a dream, it's a gateway to a world of unimaginable wealth, and with it, unimaginable challenges. For many, the reality of winning the lottery is far different from the dream. The sudden influx of wealth can be overwhelming, leading to unexpected complications and dilemmas. And then, there's the darker side of the lottery, the stories of winners whose lives took a turn for the worse after hitting the jackpot. The tales of tragedy and misfortune that have led some to believe in a so-called lottery curse. But as many lottery winners have discovered, this dream can quickly turn into a nightmare. So, buckle up as we delve into the fascinating world of lottery winners, exploring the allure, the challenges, and the myths surrounding this game of chance. What if your newfound wealth came with a price? Welcome to the world of the lottery curse. This term often circles the lottery sphere like a cloud of impending doom. But what exactly is this so-called curse? Well, it's a popular belief that the sudden fortune from winning the lottery leads to a series of unfortunate events, turning dreams of prosperity into nightmares of despair. The lottery curse is a fascinating phenomenon, a unique blend of superstition and societal observation. Many believe it's a supernatural punishment for the perceived greed of wanting to get rich quickly. Others see it as a psychological response to sudden wealth, with winners unable to handle their newfound status and the pressures that come with it. But how did this idea originate? The answer lies in the cautionary tales of lottery winners whose lives took a turn for the worse after their windfall. These stories, often sensationalized by the media, have painted a grim picture of lottery winnings as a poisoned chalice. From extravagant spending sprees leading to bankruptcy, to the breakdown of relationships, and even instances of crime and tragedy, these stories perpetuate the belief in the lottery curse. Yet, it's important to note that these tales of misfortune are not the norm, but the exception. Many lottery winners lead happy, successful lives post-win, but as humans, we're captivated by the extraordinary, the dramatic, and the cautionary tales that remind us that all that glitters is not gold. So, is the lottery curse a real phenomenon or a product of our collective imagination? While the jury's still out, one thing is certain: winning the lottery is a life-altering event that requires careful management and a grounded perspective. From bankruptcy to heartbreak, the lottery curse has left many winners wishing they'd never won at all. But remember, these stories are but a few among millions. So, keep dreaming, keep playing, and who knows, you might just defy the odds and break the curse. The stories are as diverse as they are shocking. Lottery winners who met untimely, often tragic fates. Our first tale takes us to the heart of Florida, where a man named Abraham Shakespeare found himself the recipient of a $30 million jackpot. A man of simple means, Abraham's life was turned upside down. Not long after his win, he was tragically found murdered, his lottery winnings believed to be the motive. Then there's the story of Jack Whitaker, a West Virginia businessman who won a staggering $300 million. A tale that seemed like a dream turned into a nightmare when he lost a significant portion of his fortune to theft and lawsuits, not to mention the personal tragedies that befell him, the loss of his granddaughter, his daughter, and his own demise. Across the pond in the United Kingdom, we find the story of Callie Rogers, who at 16 years old became the youngest person ever to win the lottery. The £2 million prize, however, led her down a destructive path of drug abuse, and within a few short years, she was reportedly penniless. Then we have Janet Lee, a South Korean immigrant in the United States who won $18 million. Known for her generosity, she donated much of her winnings to political and educational causes. Unfortunately, her philanthropy, combined with gambling, led her to file for bankruptcy just 8 years after her win. Our final tale of tragedy is that of Billy Bob Harrell Jr. from Texas, who won a $31 million jackpot. Despite his initial joy, Harrell found that his newfound wealth brought more problems than it solved. In less than 2 years he was broke and tragically took his own life. These tales of tragedy lead us to question, is winning the lottery a blessing or a curse? Every culture has its urban legends, and the lottery is no exception. The world of lotteries is rife with stories that blur the line between fiction and reality. These tales, often passed down through generations, have become a part of the lottery's rich tapestry, adding a layer of intrigue to an already fascinating subject. One such urban legend revolves around the idea of cursed lottery numbers. These are numbers that, despite their random nature, seem to carry an uncanny streak of bad luck. Stories abound of people who've used these numbers and won, only to meet with misfortune later on. Whether it's bankruptcy, personal tragedies, or even untimely demise, the curse seems to leave no stone unturned. Then, there's the lucky lottery ticket myth. This legend tells of lottery tickets that are somehow imbued with good fortune, leading their possessors to unimaginable wealth. Tales of such tickets often involve a series of unlikely events leading to the ticket's discovery, further adding to their mythical status. But what fuels these urban legends? Why do they persist despite the lottery's random nature? The answer lies in our inherent desire to make sense of the world around us. Humans are pattern-seeking creatures, and when faced with the randomness of lottery results, we often look for patterns and narratives that can explain the outcomes. This leads to the birth and perpetuation of lottery-related urban legends. However, it's important to remember that the lottery, at its core, is a game of chance. The numbers drawn are random, and any patterns we perceive are likely products of our imaginations. The cursed numbers and lucky tickets exist primarily in the realm of folklore, serving as intriguing tales rather than factual accounts. So the next time you hear a tale of a cursed lottery number or a lucky ticket, remember to take it with a grain of salt. After all, the thrill of the lottery lies in its unpredictability and the dream of a life-changing win. These urban legends further fuel the mystique and superstition surrounding the lottery. With great wealth comes great responsibility, a lesson many lottery winners learn the hard way. Picture this. One day, you're living your regular life, and the next, you're a millionaire. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But for many lottery winners, this sudden shift from ordinary to extraordinary can be a daunting experience. The first hurdle presents itself in the form of lifestyle changes. With a significant increase in wealth, the pressure to upgrade one's lifestyle can be immense. Suddenly, there's this expectation to live in a bigger house, drive a fancier car, and wear designer clothes. While these may seem like perks, they can quickly become burdens, especially when the novelty wears off and the reality of maintenance and upkeep sets in. Then there's the challenge of managing newfound wealth. Many lottery winners are not prepared for the financial implications of their windfall. Without proper financial planning and management, it's easy to fall into a spending spree that can lead to bankruptcy. Just imagine going from living paycheck to having to manage a fortune overnight. It can be overwhelming. Another aspect of the lottery winner's dilemma is the impact on personal relationships. Friends and family may start to view the winner differently, with jealousy and resentment often creeping in. There's also the constant worry about who to trust, as opportunists and fraudsters are always on the prowl for their next wealthy victim. Lastly, the sudden wealth can also bring about a loss of purpose. Many lottery winners struggle with the question of what to do next. Without the need to work for a living, some find themselves feeling aimless and lost. The sudden influx of wealth can be a double-edged sword, bringing with it unforeseen challenges. It's a crucial reminder that while winning the lottery may seem like the ultimate dream, it also comes with its own set of dilemmas that require careful thought and planning. But is there more to the lottery curse than meets the eye? Let's take a step back and examine this from a rational perspective. The idea of a lottery curse, while certainly enticing, could be a product of our own predisposition towards dramatic narratives. After all, a rise and fall story is far more engaging than one of quiet success and stability. Consider the statistical concept of regression to the mean. This principle suggests that if a variable is extreme the first time you measure it, it will be closer to the average the next time. So if you experience an incredibly lucky event like winning the lottery, your luck is likely to be more average in the future. This isn't a curse. It's just the ebb and flow of life's fortunes. Now, let's talk about financial mismanagement, a very earthly explanation for the so-called lottery curse. Sudden wealth can be overwhelming. Many lottery winners aren't equipped with the knowledge to handle such an influx of money, leading to poor investment decisions, extravagant spending, and in some cases, bankruptcy. Psychology also plays a significant role here. Winning a lottery can bring a surge of happiness, but that feeling often fades over time. This phenomenon, known as hedonic adaptation, explains why lottery winners, like anyone else, return to their baseline levels of happiness despite their newfound wealth. Furthermore, people are inherently bad at predicting what will make us happy in the long term. This is called effective forecasting. Winning the lottery seems like it would solve all our problems, but in reality, it comes with its own set of challenges and stresses that can lead to unhappiness. Then there's the issue of privacy. Lottery winners often find themselves in the public eye, attracting attention from long-lost relatives, potential suitors, and even criminals. This unwanted attention can lead to isolation and paranoia, further contributing to the perception of a curse. Perhaps the lottery curse is not a supernatural phenomenon, but a result of human nature and probability. After all, a sudden change in fortune, be it good or bad, will always require adjustments, and how we handle those adjustments can make all the difference. The allure of the lottery is undeniable, but as we've seen, it's not always a dream come true. The thrill of winning, the anticipation of a life free from financial worries, the fantasies of luxury and ease, all of these can quickly turn into a nightmare when reality sets in. We've heard the stories, haven't we? The tales of tragedy and misfortune that seem to follow those lucky enough to hit the jackpot. Bankruptcy, crime, and even death have been the unfortunate fate of some winners. And let's not forget those lottery tickets with their mysterious and tragic histories, further fueling the belief in a curse. But it's not all gloom and doom. There are also stories of generosity and kindness, of winners who used their sudden wealth to make a positive change in the world. There are those who have managed their winnings wisely, who have navigated the challenges and choices that come with sudden wealth, and who have gone on to lead fulfilling lives. And let's not discount the role of the media in all this. The propagation of lottery winner curses and urban legends owes a lot to the sensationalism of news stories. It's a narrative that captures the public imagination, that feeds into our fascination with luck and fortune, and that perhaps serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of sudden wealth. But at the end of the day, it's worth remembering that these are just stories. The reality is likely far more mundane. Winning the lottery can certainly bring its challenges, but it's not necessarily a ticket to tragedy. The so-called lottery curse might have more to do with our own fears and anxieties about wealth and success than any actual curse. So, whether you see the lottery as a dream or a nightmare probably says more about you than it does about the lottery itself. It's a reflection of our own attitudes towards money, luck, and fortune. So the next time you buy a lottery ticket, remember, the biggest challenge might not be winning, but dealing with the win.